We now know why Trump really tried so hard to keep the Epstein files hidden. There is a new email from this document dump that really kind of gives us a picture as to why. I just want to remind everyone that in 2016, Jeffrey Epstein told his brother Mark that if everyone knew what he did about the candidates in 2016, Trump and Clinton, that they'd have to cancel the election. And we're starting to see why. This email right here, where Mark Epstein writes Jeffrey Epstein, ask him if Putin has the photos of Trump Bubba. Apparently, Bubba was their nickname for Bill Clinton. And don't miss the detail on this chain that says Epstein's with Steve Bannon. So if I'm not mistaken, this is saying Trump did the Monica Lewinsky to Clinton? And there are photos of it? It all makes sense now. And this is why Bannon is saying if they don't win in 2028, he and lots of others are going to go to jail. I mean, good God, people. No wonder FBI agents had to take breaks going through all this stuff. Oh my Lord. Let me know what you guys think about this.
If you don't know, Bubba is a very common nickname for former US President Bill Clinton, who Trump claims publicly that he hates, but who he has had a very close personal friendship with in the past.
I don't know about y'all, but yeah, this shit is looking kind of cooked for your boy Trump. And you know what? Elon tried to tell us, right? When him and Trump were going back and forth, fighting it out, duking it out, he said, he tweeted, y'all remember, right? Oh yeah, by the way, Trump is on the Epstein files. Come on now. Elon literally said it, right? He tweeted it out, right? Yeah, it was a spur of the moment. People start talking about Elon just mad because Trump is cutting contracts and this, that, and the third. Yeah, that may have been true, right? He was mad about it, and he was willing to go to the defense of Trump if he would have made sure that his pockets were flooded with those blue Benjamins. However, since he didn't make sure that his pockets were flooded with those blue Benjamins after Elon bought him the election, because let's get it fair and square. Let's get it, keep it real deal, Holyfield. Elon was able to buy the election for Trump. Come on now, I don't want to hear what none of you idiots got to say, right? So since he bought the election for Trump, he expected him to, do some favors for him, right? Trump wasn't willing to do those favors for him. He was willing to throw him away. And he said, oh, okay, Ninja. All right, you want to throw me away? You want to do this to me? Right? You want to do this to me? So he said, okay, cool. Trump is on those Epstein files. Right? Which I'm sure many of us already knew besides the MAGA-tards, right? Listen, the MAGA-tards are willing to go to bat and to do whatever it takes, right? Do whatever it takes, right? To make sure that they daddy Trump looks good. And you know what? It's so funny because even when you look at some of the MAGA-tard influencers, when you look at people like Gaetan Daniels, right? It's starting to make sense now, right? I remember when Gaetan was talking about, and when I say Gaetan, I'm talking about Anton Daniels, right? Gaetan Daniels, right? When he started talking about why don't y'all just kiss the ring already? Why don't y'all just admit that he won? Why don't y'all just bend the knee? I was like, that's a little bit of Fruit Loop to be saying, my boy. That's a little, no grown man should be saying bend the knee to any other man. What's going on here? No grown man should be saying kiss the ring to another grown man. I was flabbergasted. I didn't know what was going on, but now it makes sense that he is going so hard for him. Right now, it makes sense when Gaetan Daniels go so hard for him because these guys are willing to get on their knees and give little Donnie a little blowy, maybe, something that he gave, Bill Clinton. Listen, I don't know. That's just what they're telling me. That's just what they're telling me. It makes sense that the Hodge twins, the gay twins, the Hodge twins, right, are going so hard. Those are idiots, right? It makes so much sense that you got Officer Tatum now. He want to switch over now. He trying to walk it back now. He trying to walk it back. No, don't walk it back. Stand on what you're saying, right? It makes sense that you got these guys like Steve Bannon and Andrew Wilson. But it just makes total sense now. It just makes everything is connecting now, right? From the Epstein files to the faking and flogging, right? They're not real men, right? It's starting to make plenty of sense now, right? It's starting to make plenty of sense, right? They all share the same characteristics, right? Listen, Trump's presidency is cooked, right? He's going to have to pull something out of his, no pun intended. Listen, no pun intended. Pause, no diddy, right? He's going to have to pull something out of his ass to get over this one, right? And it's no coincidence either that he wants to possibly pardon Diddy, right? All of this stuff is now making sense, right? This whole presidency is cooked, man, right? There's no way that this can be defensible now. And then you got magtards trying to defend it, saying, well, the girl wasn't 12, she was actually 15. I'm like, bro, there's no way. But they're going all out. If Trump was anybody else, they would be trying to bury him. If Trump was anybody else, they would be trying to bury him. But first and foremost, I thought that the Epstein files didn't exist. Didn't he say who was Epstein? I don't know that, ninja. Didn't he say that? He was like, I don't know who Epstein is. All right. But then it got proven that, oh, well, that was one of your best friends, I thought. Right. But now it proceed. Then he said in the interview, why are we still focused on the Epstein files? Can we just move on? Can we move on from the Epstein files? Right? Why are we still talking about this? Another red flag. Right? And now he's taking it as far as saying that this is a Democrat Epstein hoax. I'm like, bruh, this is the biggest gaslighter known to humanity. Right? Biggest gaslighter known to humanity. Now it's a Democrat. Now it's a Democrat Epstein hoax, nigga. Oh my God, right? The magtards got to be dang on stupid for him to even think that he could pull this off. But they're willing to ride till the wheels fall off for their daddy Trump, right? Even Gayton Daniels, he's gonna find some way. He's going to find some way to try to reverse this and gaslight it and try to pin it on the Democrats. And, he don't want to call his daddy out. He don't want to call his daddy out. I think Fox News still cutting him them big old checks, right? Fox News still holding Gayton Daniels at bay, right? They paying out some checks. Somebody paying Gayton some checks, right? Some kind of conservative group or Fox News, one of them or somebody. Right, the black conservatives, right? Somebody cutting Gayton some big checks, right, for him to go this hard and get on his knees and make it as sloppy as he's doing it. Pause, no Diddy, right? Pause, no Diddy. But you got to understand, man. You got to understand and realize this is probably will be the messiest, corrupt presidency that we have seen in modern day times. Absolutely. And then on top of that, if you haven't seen. Right, he's rolling back tariffs, right, on major food products. That's very interesting. That's very interesting, Mr. President J. Trump, Donald J. Trump. You're rolling back now. Oh, wait. Right, when everybody was saying that food is expensive, Trump. Right, when the farmers were telling you that, hey, we're suffering, Trump. Right. When everybody was telling you, hey, the food has gone up, Trump, right? You said it was a hoax. You said that the headlines were lying. That's what you said. You said that they were full of shit. That's what you said, Donald J. Trump. Hold up now. Oh, so now you're rolling back tariffs on major food items. Why? Why? Because the food items are too expensive. So, ladies and gentlemen and ladies, I just want you to understand that this man has been lying from the get-go, right? And what you gotta understand is, and I said this from the beginning, right? I said that Trump needed to win this presidency. I said this before the election. I said Trump has to win this presidency. I said it is a must that he wins his presidency because if not, he loses everything. right? If Trump didn't win this presidency, he was going to prison for a very long time. They would have came down on those Epstein files. They would have found him guilty of tampering with the election from the last election. They would have buried Trump. They would have done that, right? So he needed to win this election, right? He didn't care. What y'all gotta understand, Trump did not care about really fixing America. He didn't care. Trump didn't care about fixing America. He needed to get out of prison free card. That's what he needed, right? And as you can see, look at everything. Everything is in shambles. Tariffs is a direct cause for the heightened cost of a lot of things that we're seeing in the grocery stores, goods, services. You're having people close down businesses. Small businesses are being affected because they can no longer afford certain things to bring into the country because now they got to pay double. So you got businesses closing all around. You have federal layoffs all around. I don't see this being an actual correction. This looks like chaos to me. Right. This doesn't look like a correction. Now, certain things may be a correction, but many of these things, no, this is just strictly chaos. Right. And this looks like a presidency, an administration that don't know what they're doing. But here's the thing. They didn't count on getting this far. Right. They didn't count on getting this far. They still thought that they would be able to swindle their base. Right? They thought that they would be able to swindle their base. They thought they were going to continue to propagandize their base. They felt like they were still going to be able to blame it on the Democrats. Nah, that shit is over with now. Because now you have the MAGA-tars. Now they're splitting off. Right? Now you got different subsets. Now they're splitting off into America First, and people are following people like Nick Fuentes, and it's all over the place now. It's all over the place. But Trump was never America first. And even now that now more than ever, we see that Trump is not America first. Right? And if it is proven, which, I mean, he's on email list, right? People know him by name. Epstein is naming him by name. People are naming him by name. People are saying things that look suspicious in those emails. You got pictures. Nah. This is looking ugly. And then on top of that, you're not even doing good as a presidency. Oh my God. This is about to get messy. And we still got 3 years of this. Now, Trump got to go, bro. I'm sorry. And hold up, before the FBI start looking at this video, I want to hold up. When I say he got to go, I meant out of the office, right? I meant legally out of the office. Hold up, FBI, CIA, Secret Service. Hold on now. I got to make a disclaimer because Ninja going to start banging on the door. Do. Yeah, Ninja, what you say? What you say, Ninja, on that last YouTube video? You said something about Trump got to go. That's not what I meant. Right? Y'all ain't about to be over here rattling, battering around my door down. He got to go, meaning he need to get out of office, meaning we need a new president. Right? This is just too much, man. It's too much. It's too much going on. He has too much going on, right, to be able to fix America's problem. He has too much going on. We need somebody who's willing and able, and, most politicians not 100% clean, but we need somebody cleaner than damn Trump in there. Right, because this is just ridiculous. And like, how can a president focus on actually doing what he needs to do for the country if he got all this shit going on with him? And don't say this is a Democratic hoax, you magtars. Don't say this is a Democrat hoax. This is clear as day. I already knew he was on the list. But there was no way that he wasn't going to be on the list. I knew a bunch of people, not just Trump. You got Democrats, other powerful bankers and CEOs and music execs, Diddy, right? You got a bunch of people probably on that list. Oprah, I'm sure. But right now, we're focused on the president of the free world right now, right? Who was literally saying that he didn't know Epstein at first, but then saying that it's a Democratic hoax, and then saying that, come on now, it's lie after lie after lie, and y'all are still backing this guy, Dayton Daniels. Y'all are still backing this guy, right? Come on now, this is absolute absurd. The country is not going to get fixed, right? Y'all already know my stance on America in the first place, right? Right? I already tell you, listen, price is not coming down. Right? Even if he rolled back tariffs, I believe that we're not going to see that major dent, right? Because once prices go up, they forever up. Once it's up, it's stuck. Once it's up, it's stuck. But this has to be probably the horrendous presidency ever, and we may be looking at an actual real impeachment. They may roll in they boy JD Vance. I don't know. I don't know what's going to have to be done, but they may find a way to go ahead and roll their boy JD Vance in. I think the Republican Party are realizing that Trump is now a liability. Right, you're seeing many different Republicans, trying to, get away from Trump. They did this the first go round, man. They did this the first go round. Like his first presidency, once he started tampering with, calling people and, hey, can you find more votes? Right? They were trying to separate themselves from them. They didn't think that he was good. The Republicans didn't think that he was going to get back in. Right? That's why they got away from him. They didn't think that he was going to get back in. But lo and behold, he swindled his way he swindled his way back in. Right? And now we're dealing with the same shit over again. Right? We dealt with the mess the first presidency. Now we're dealing with an even bigger mess in the second presidency. What do we think, right? This is why the job applications, right, don't hire felons. I mean, this is why. This is why you can't get a job for the most part. You can't get major jobs once you become a felon, right? Because the chances of you doing other felonious-ish, right, is very high, right? And lo and behold, we hired a felon to run the presidency, right? We hired a felon to run the free world, ninja. And we are seeing the fruits of that labor, right? Ugly, man. This is ugly. I don't know what to tell y'all at this point, right? Trump is looking beyond cooked, right? Elon already said that Elon said it. He didn't say that maybe. He didn't say that, oh, he was just named as just, I don't know, a business partner. No, he said Trump, your boy Trump is on that list. That's what Elon said a few months ago. That's what he said a few months ago. That's why Elon went on and got away from all that. He said, yeah, I need to go. I need to skedaddle. I need to skedaddle up out of here. So Bill Clinton too, right? I don't know who else is on that. This is when the ball started rolling downhill, right? Trump knew he couldn't drain the swamp because he was the swamp. Trump is the swamp, right? Everything that he said he was going to do, he did the opposite. Forever wars. We're trying to go to war with Venezuela. We're trying to send troops to Nigeria. We're still in the midst of the Russia-Ukrainian war, right? We in proxy wars with China. I thought we were going to stop the forever wars. Nope, you started new wars, Trump. Right? Then you're talking about some. Now you want to send out tariffs, thinking we the big bad wolf, thinking that other countries can't just renegotiate deals with their neighboring countries and not do business with us. Now you see that the United States is not as big and bad as you thought we were. United States is not big and bad as we were in the 70s and 80s and 90s. Those days are over with. Right? Countries no longer want to be bullied. So they said, nah, you're not finna hit us upside the head with tariffs. We're gonna hit you upside the head with tariffs, and then we're gonna renegotiate some deals with somebody else to redraw the transportation lines or the shipping lines or whatever logistics lines, so we don't have to go through you at all. And then on top of that, we're talking about tariffs. Tariffs is a direct tax on the people. Because guess what? The company's not going to pay full-blown tariffs. No, they're going to pass on the cost to the people, to the consumer. So we've been getting triple tax. Income taxes, sales taxes, right? State taxes for those of you who have it, federal taxes, FICA, and then on top of that, tariffs. We paying extra on goods and services. Yeah, man, this looking like one of the greatest heists to ever exist in America right now. Because where's all that money going? Y'all are stealing it. Then you're talking about you want to give us $2,000. $2,000 for what? Fix the damn country, man. Do what we hired you for. And that's an after pill. Like, comment, subscribe, share. And I'll see y'all in the next one. Peace.
I built a life. I built a family. I worked my hands raw to get here. And I'm not done. This is the escape blueprint. PFP Life. A way out of the grind and into control. You'll learn how I stack cash, build systems, and reclaim time so you can live on your own terms. You will watch me maneuver and grind towards the life that I achieve for myself, and you can also do the same. Join the circle, join the Patreon, learn the steps, and protect your freedom. The Escape Blueprint, PFP Life.